Looks like we won't be calling Kraft dinner dinner anymore with shrinkflation in Canada. This staple item looks like it might just be a snack. This video is going around online, and this is a video about, well, how Kraft dinner is no longer gonna be served in the same size boxes anymore.
What in the shrinky dink is going on around here? This is getting ridiculous. A week and a half to 2 weeks ago-ish, I bought this from Walmart, 225 grams, okay? Today, I bought this box for the same price. What the actual fuck?
Yeah, well, it sounded like she was enjoying some Indiana Jones in the background there as well. But this is a Canadian staple for the American audience, or perhaps somewhere else in the world. This is what we call Kraft dinner. It's Kraft mac and cheese, or Kraft macaroni and cheese, but it's branded as Kraft dinner in Canada. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. It's just the way it's always been as far back as I remember. But this is something that many Canadians grew up on and eat with ketchup, strangely enough. And try it someday. It's great. It's fantastic. It's even landed cameos or mentions in songs such as the Bare Naked Ladies. If I had $1 million. But anyway, let's get into the story here. Kraft mac and cheese, they're shrinking. This shrinkflation is taking place in Canada and around all over the place as the economy is tanking a big old tank. The latest case of shrinkflation has people calling macaroni as shoppers notice the shrinking size of the staple many Canadians grew up on, Kraft dinner. A video making the rounds on social media. So it talks about this video that we just watched here. The boxes of Canadian favorite struggle meal were purchased at the same price just 2 weeks apart. However, there's a 25-gram differential between the two otherwise identical packages. What in the shrinky dink? There's nothing more Canadian than that. But yeah, this is the case. The shrinkflation is really hitting us in all kinds of levels. And I'm going to get into other items as well that are really taking a suffer. Of course, satirists are doing their thing. Here we have from the Beaverton.com. Scientists confirm Kraft dinner has never once successfully fed 4 people. I'll leave a link in the description. You can read it on your own time. But actually, at one time, it did feed 4 people. In fact, the food processor here, who posted the original post here, Kraft, confirmed in October that it reduced its size to 200 grams in response to inflationary pressures related to ingredients, labor, and transportation, and to maintain quality products in an affordable price. So they're not gonna make it crappier. I mean, it's not like, believe it or not, there are worse mac and cheeses out there. There absolutely are. So this one, you can rely on it still tasting the same, but there's just gonna be a lot less of it moving forward. But originally, and I love this part, Kraft dinner was first introduced in 1937. According to the company, you could feed a family of 4 for 19 cents. And it looks like it filled a whole pot. I mean, I've never seen Kraft dinner fill a whole pot, but I guess that's shrinkflation over the course of a long time. But this is where we're at. Other people saying things on social media, so I decided to weigh the Kraft dinner's smaller package debate. 200 grams pack actually has 155 grams of pasta. Barely enough for 2, and it's a unique type of pasta. If you've never had it, it's not your normal pasta noodles. It's a very particular type of pasta that if you cook it 30 seconds too long, it falls apart, and if it's 15 seconds too soon, it's hard as a rock. It's just one of those things. You get used to it if you're in Canada. Now, other reports are reporting on this. CTV Toronto even doing an article on shrinkflation, showing here cheese. This is our bright orange cheese. Look, just off the screen, it's glowing my face. Bright orange. This is a thing that we do in Canada. I don't know why. Again, it's another weird Canadianism. We have horrible cheese, and it's bright orange, and it's ridiculously expensive. It's worth its weight in gold. Maybe that's why they color it that way. It's a Canadian staple in many households. But if you want to mix up some Kraft dinner tonight, you may have less KD in the box than you did before. And trust me, if you're hurting, you're on a pinch, and you're looking for Kraft dinner as a dinner, you're not getting cheese with it. You can't afford that. I mean, I actually remember when I was a ski bum or snowboard bum in Whistler, there was a store, Showcase. They famously sold boxes of them at a loss. Just for all the people that lived in like staff housing and whatnot that just wanted to snowboard all winter season and had no money. They would sell it off, and they originally they would give you a little leaflet of how many creamers and butters to take from the restaurant at the top, so you can mix your own Kraft dinner without having to even buy groceries. This was a thing. So being broke is not a new thing in Canada. It just happens to be a new thing for everybody to be suffering from, not just the ski bums in ski towns. This is actually just going across the way. But we had this guy on Instagram pointing out a ton of the different examples of shrinkflation that are happening across the market. It's crazy.
Here are some of the best examples of shrinkflation that I've found. Doritos used to come in 9.75 ounce bags, but now they're packaged in 9.25 ounce bags, which is 11 less chips per bag. Mochi ice cream now has fewer calories, probably because they went from 9 ounces to 7.5 ounces.
Hey, it's a
Pringles
diet.
went from 200 grams to 180 grams, and now they're at 165 grams. This shareable pack of M&Ms went from 10.7 ounces down to 10 ounces, which is 22 less M&Ms. This one wasn't surprising. Powerade went from 32 ounces to 28 ounces. They're still charging the same price, of course. This is one of my favorites. So this salad dressing went from 14 ounces to 12 ounces, and the brand responded to this tweet by saying, "We made the decision to downsize the bottle due to consumers telling us that they don't finish the entire bottle prior to expiration date. I'd rather the brand just be honest and say, hey, it costs more to make the salad dressing, so we're gonna decrease the size of it." All right, back.
That's actually BS. That's total BS. I mean, yeah, it's nice when you try to, spin it, make it sound nice. People don't finish. People are finishing those bottles. People don't buy the big bottles because they don't. And you know that this is the way it is. Anyway, this video keeps going on. It gives many more examples, but this is just exactly where we're at in Canada with this. And I believe people in the United States are suffering this, but there is videos going around of how much cheaper it actually is to live in the United States. Even products from Canada that are being sold for much cheaper in the United States, which for a lot of Canadians is quite ridiculous. And it really hits home when we're spending so much money on food and getting so much less for it. And a lot of people are really hurting. 2 million people last month went to the food bank. That's a record new high for the amount of people that are going to the food banks. But anyway, I just wanted to put this one out there. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Do you still eat Kraft dinner? Is this a staple for you? Is this something that you keep in your cupboard? And let me know. If you have Kraft dinner in your cupboard and maybe you have a stock of it, go check them right now and comment in the bottom. Well, how many grams are actually in your Kraft dinner? Did you get a lucky box that has an extra 25 grams in it from the old stock, or are you on the new stock of shrinkflation? Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.